Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Learn SWTOR. My name is Diamond Dave, and this episode is all about the Stronghold, a player home or base, if you want to call it that you can buy in-game, decorate to your heart's content, and even invite your friends, as well as make it open to the public. So, the point of having one, like I mentioned before, it's a nice player home. They come in different shapes and sizes. Some are more expensive than others. And we are in my personal one, sneak peek for my upcoming video on my 100% completed Alderaan video. That's right, I need to finish this up. We're in my Alderaan base, guys. And I'm going to be showing you how to get a stronghold, as well as the important things that you will need in your stronghold. So to start off, let's talk about decorations. Everything here is a decoration, and when you get a stronghold, you would see rather this little pop-up box here, and if we click edit, it turns into this. Now, we can't interact with anything in the game. We can't buy from vendors, we can't, access the Galactic Exchange here, but we can place down decorations, and this is done by right-clicking one of these little hooks here that come in, again, varieties of shapes and sizes. And based on what we have unlocked or purchased in the game through credits or cartel coins, if you want to spend real money or you're a subscriber, is you have this set up right here. So let's put this in the center. And first thing that we can see is the category all. And we can search by civics containers and the various decoration categories here. We can even choose subcategories. So if I want environmental and I want to put, say, a plant on the ceiling for some reason, it will show all the environmental plants for this little green style box that we can place. I prefer to keep it on all and show unlocked. That way it shows me what I can and cannot put down. Now you'll notice here that we have green and we have red. The number on the right indicates how many you have total, have unlocked total, and the number on the left indicates how many you can put down. So in this case, I can put down 2 Tech Lab sconces right up there. So if I place that, that will show up there. We can move it via the x-axis. We can move it via the y-axis, up and down. We can rotate it all kinds of directions, however we feel like doing it. Or we can just reset the changes, and we can pick it up by clicking pick up. Pretty straightforward. Not a lot of really, the only challenge in my personal experience with decorating a stronghold is coming up with themes. And since this is a more of a tutorial of how to get them and what to do, we're gonna skip that for the time being, as that's a little bit more advanced, and I'll be honest, I'm still learning themes myself. Now, another cool thing that we have is we can go over to, say, one of these. If we right click it again, this big purple square here, we have a layout option, and we can turn this layout from a purple with green boxes inside to medium blocks to blue and green boxes, so it looks more like what's over here. We can do the standard arrangement, or we can do these varieties. This is a little bit more complex, but at the very least, you know it's here, so that way, if you want to do particular things, or put things in a particular way, you have that option as well. Going off into the next part of this video is essential decorations that are easy to obtain through buying them on the Galactic Exchange. We'll get into where to get decorations in a bit, or rather the rest of the decorations in a bit, my apologies. But for the time being, the essential ones that you would want are these 3 fabricator droids, which when you get your stronghold, or get your very first stronghold, you will get the appropriate decoration prefabs and the like in which to buy them. You can also buy them from the exchange. You would also want an exchange. You would want a galactic exchange. These are super important. That way you can just buy decorations and decorate your base without constantly having to go back and forth to the fleet. With the Galactic Exchange, you would want the mailbox. You buy something, it shows up in your mailbox, it's right here, bada bing, bada boom. This is an item modification station, and I will be doing a video on how this bad boy works in a future time and place. But for now, if you want to modify items without having to travel anywhere, you will want this here. Very essential, very important. Same thing goes with the appearance modification station, where you can change and customize your character if you have cartel coins for a modest fee. Other essential decorations include the cargo hold. This cargo hold, when it wants to load, is for items that are bound to your specific character or you want to keep to your specific character. You can unlock the various bays by using credits right here, and you just put stuff in and out. Binds on equip, blue efficiency scanner, we just put that in, and our character can access it at any time. Now, if you encounter cargo holds on the fleet or in other parts of the galaxy, this is essential to have in your base, and I'm going to say the word essential a lot, because when you have one in your stronghold, you can be anywhere in the galaxy and access it. The next is your guild cargo bay. If you are part of a guild, which I am and I need to be more active in it, this goes to the guild. All the credits you deposit, everything that you and your guild need can go here. Flagship plans, manager stash, where the mods put their stuff, and you just drag an item to donate here. You can deposit and withdraw only if you have the appropriate guild privileges. Not everyone can just take money out of the bank, but everyone can deposit. And finally, we have the legacy storage. So you will encounter items in your gameplay that either are bound to your legacy or you want to keep amongst your characters. This is a player-wide cargo bay. Now what that means is I can dump stuff off on this character, I can switch to another character. All my characters on my account will have access to this cargo hold, to this legacy storage. So that is also something that you will want in your base. And these guys here aren't exactly essential, but you know, they're Jawas, so you gotta have Jawas somewhere. I like these Jawas because they also come with they're pretty cheap to get, and you know, they come with strongholds sometimes. That being said, it's a great way to just sell a bunch of junk, clear your inventory without having to go too far, and that is the basics of what you would want in your base. Now, what I like to do for the basics of the base, I like to put them in one designated area, so that way I know where everything is, and I can do my trading here at the exchange, pick it up from the mailbox, and come over here and deposit it accordingly, as well as work on my characters, or if I buy item mods, work on them here. Always good to have kind of a workstation, in my opinion. Next, we're going to discuss how to get decorations. There are many ways to do it. Let's check out just a few. The next part of this video is talking about how you get decorations. There are many ways to do it, from operations and flashpoints, beating bosses in the game, outright playing the game and getting them in drops, to coming to the fleet. Now, I'm on the Empire side, so we would want to go to the Strongholds and Crew Skills section, and this is where the magic happens, right here for Strongholds. Republic, I believe, is in the top left because we have to be the opposite for some reason. We are enemies after all, and some of the basic decorations can be bought right here. So for your Stronghold, you can come up to SWTOR on the Imperial side, and you can buy things outright with credits. You can buy all sorts of decorations, and we can control and left click, and it'll bring up what this is. So for instance, I push the control button, I left clicked on the Ricotta Warrior, and this is the Ricotta Warrior. If you put him down, he will do this beautiful little animation here. If I want to see what the Ricotta ruins, control left click, bada bing, bada boom, and so on and so forth. Click to your heart's content. We go to this person right here, and we can buy furniture, crates, all sorts of different things. Keep in mind, you can only buy and unlock up to 999 of most decorations, and some decorations have a much lower cap. So keep that in mind when you do your shopping, as that will play into how you decorate. If you have cartel certificates, I believe I have some. I can come over here, left click this, and unlock bartenders. This is where I get my bartenders for cheap when I have cartel certificates. Waitresses, you've got senators' rugs, as well as a wide variety of other options. You can even buy Jawas for cartel certificates. Isn't that just great? Now we're going to ignore the Starfighter and PvP decoration vendor. Actually, disregard that. We're not going to do that because you can also buy stuff from them. I got confused. The Starfighter tripped me up. My mistake. This is where you can buy flags for your particular faction, and you can get standard Imperial standards that just sit there. You can get patrol craft if you get 5 dark projects and universal prefabs, which we'll get into in a second, as well as just general credit spending. This is one of my favorites to use. And then we do have a couple people off in the corner here, which they are not really a part of it, but we can get into another video later. Coming over here, we talked about prefabs. There are different droids that use different prefabs as a type of currency, and you can buy even more decorations. Even more decorations here. You have the synthetic fabricator droid, the universal fabricator droid, martial, industrial, and then Necra faced. And this is where you can buy the things that I showed off that I believe are essential to your stronghold all right here. Couple options to get the universal prefabs that are required. You can buy them off the exchange, or you can craft them. If you hit the letter B on your screen and you have done any of the crew skills and have worked all of them up to the appropriate level, your characters can craft by clicking whatever their skill set is, strongholds and conquests, and then clicking the appropriate color of the fabricator designs depending on what you were trying to buy and how much they cost. Now, one of the most pivotal points of getting a stronghold is actually buying one in the first place. So you may encounter this guy right here who will give you a quest. You complete that quest, or you can just come right here in the strongholds and crew skills section of the fleet and outright buy it. Right above here, you will see a little clipped image of the stronghold and what it will look like. It will, when you right click it, let's pick something up here. Let's see what one I'm not using. Let's do an example here. Let's deactivate this stronghold. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. We want to buy Manon. We come over to Manon. We right click it. We have a couple options. We can buy it for cartel coins, or we can buy it for credits. We click purchase. You're about to spend yes. And now we've unlocked it. How we get to the stronghold, we hit the U button on the screen, and there it is. This is a very, very basic intro to strongholds. We can do additional videos if you guys comment and want to see more. One other thing to keep in mind. Two things to keep in mind. One, different strongholds have different occupancies. Occupancy is how many players you can have at your stronghold at one time, provided it is publicly listed or if you invite the people. Some strongholds are bigger than others and therefore more costly and time-consuming to decorate. Each stronghold is of different size. They have different expansions. They have different occupancies, like I mentioned before. So some will have more expansions, and those will be unlocked by either using cartel coins or by using credits. And finally, prestige. Prestige actually doesn't do a heck of a lot. Really what it does is the more individual prestige you have for your designated stronghold, the higher it will show in one of these lists of public players. Some people have really high prestige. Others are kind of more like me and somewhere at the bottom. Really. Like, mine's probably on page 3 somewhere for Nar Shaddaa. But prestige isn't required. Prestige really just demonstrates how much of the stronghold you decorated, combined with how many different types of decorations that you have used in the creation of it, with also how many you've unlocked. That's really all it is. It's really just kind of bragging rights. Yeah. So don't worry about that. It's not, you know, you'll get prestige just by playing the game, but really it does nothing more than just alter where you fall on these lists, if you even care. That's the basic intro to strongholds. You can decorate them any way you want. You can decorate them in different themes, different styles. I like to do the Imperial style and theme for my Imperial players. I do need to create a Republic side stronghold or two. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I have for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, it's a pleasure to make these videos, and it's great to be back recording Star Wars. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you next time.